Welcome to Source 2 101 Crash Course. This is the 10th tutorial. I'm Sammy Chimona Hihi Aliubi from the Eagle One Development Team. We're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into lighting. Lighting is going to be something that we started with a little bit already. We've gone ahead and created a little bit of an environment light, and we've actually gone through. You can see the indirect lighting has already been placed onto here from the previous time that we've rendered it. So that preview baked lighting is still in effect. But now we're going to go ahead. We're going to come to this dark area, and we're going to add some lights. We're going to spice this up. Okay, first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to put here a model, and in this case it can be any model that you want. I'm just going to go ahead and type in light, and this is assuming you're using the Half-Life Alex tools. If you're not using the Alex tools, don't worry, you can use any model. It's just it's going to be all the same. I'm going to grab this one right here. Okay, any one. Let's go ahead and move it, and we're going to twist it. And let's make sure that as we apply our light, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just pull this up a little bit. Actually, I think I like this right here. You don't want them to hit their head accidentally. I'm going to come over here to this entity tool, and I've got a variety of different ones. Okay, we're going to go over two of them today, spotlight and point light. And there's more that isn't being shown here, actually, but we'll get to that a little bit later. I'm going to put a spotlight down. If you can't see it, press Shift O so you can show the entities. I'm going to press R to rotate this light, and pressing F6, I'm going to get a much better idea of how that light is going to look. Now, once again, this area, it's not going to show the indirect lighting here. It's showing it over here because we built it in the previous compile. But all of this right here, this is using dynamic lighting, so we're going to have to compile it if we want this to show up, as it really would. Now, I do want to go ahead and show you what most people are going to do, and they're going to probably move the light directly into here. Okay, I'll lower the grid size a little bit. And you're gonna get this. It's the light is literally going through this model, and it's showing shadows. Now, first of all, there's a couple of ways to fix this, and I'm going to address the first way. If you really want to put the light inside of the model, which you don't, okay, it's actually better for you not to, and I'm going to go ahead and show you why, and we'll have a more advanced lighting tutorial as well. You come over here, select the model, press Alt Enter, and under Render Properties, we're going to disable the shadows. Okay, what that's going to do is, if I have it unselected, okay, it's going to give you what I think is a much more natural feel. Okay, this right here, although it may seem appealing, this kind of looks like back in 2004, 2005, a Doom 3 type rendering. These shadows, okay, we can do better than that. Disable them. And to be honest, your light source could probably look better not being directly on the model, okay, but you can go ahead and you can play a little bit with the light, pull it out, look at the actual way the spotlight is pushing itself outwards. You can see here the wireframe showing the radius of this light, and I'm going to go ahead and actually, with this light selected, right, and object properties are brought up. If this isn't up, Alt Enter will bring it up. Let's change a couple of things about this. First of all, the range. Okay, it's going way too far down. I don't need it that much. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to throw a couple of values in. 256. Okay, you can see that looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit more natural. If I want to go ahead, I can change the color. Let's change the color. Okay, this white light, this is not something that you normally see. Okay, and so I've got some custom colors here. I recommend looking up color palettes and different lightings and contrast. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with a bluish light right now, a little bit of a bluish tint to help. Oops, just gonna make sure it come up here. You can pick it yourself, click OK, and now, all right, this looks a little bit more appealing. This spotlight, I can also adjust the brightness. Okay, I can make it really bright if I want. Oops, sorry, let me go ahead and select this. Change it to 2. Okay, you can see that the way that the light is calculated, you know, we're going to keep it at 1. And another thing that I want to be able to make sure I mention, there's so many other advanced options, is indirect lighting. Okay, this is going to be the last thing that I go over right now, and we'll go over more advanced options in another tutorial. Indirect lighting, remember, I am not actually seeing the indirect lighting right now in this room. Okay, it's showing up in this room because we calculated it. Over here, though, not so much. So I want to go ahead, if I want to see what it's going to look like with indirect lighting, we learned this last time. I'm going to go up here to our lighting menu. RT baked lighting just gives you a quick rough sketch of exactly how this light is going to bounce off and light up the rest of this room. So this looks a little bit better. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have a lot more of that ambience that we want. So for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave this. So I've got a spotlight right here and a model that I've disabled shadows on. Now, if I want to come over here, let's add some more. I'm gonna add another light right above this archway. I'm gonna pull another model. This model from my model browser is I just typed in light, and I'm just going to go ahead line it up. Now grid, let's try to just make sure when we're moving stuff around, try to keep it around 4, 8, and then if you have to change entity light and the grid size, that's fine. But I want to try to keep everything somewhat on grid just to make it nice and easy. And then if you want to change it later, make it asymmetrical, that's fine. It is beautiful to be asymmetrical, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add another light over here. But for our sake, I'm going to go ahead and put another spotlight, as tempting as it may be to put a point light. Now, a point light or an omni light is another light that is going to be pushing out in all directions. And realistically, when it comes to our omni lights, they're not actually something that is used primarily. You're going to use a lot more spotlights than you are omni lights, but we're going to show you what we can do with omni lights here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and with this spotlight, just make a quick change. Okay, we're going to keep it consistent for right now. I have the same color as the other one. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to spice it up a little bit by adding a little bit more of an ambience in this room. Because if I go here and I go RT baked lighting, yeah, I love these lights right here, but maybe I want to highlight something that isn't quite being highlighted naturally and isn't indirectly being shown here. So I can go ahead and I'm going to go to our final light here. This is the point light. This is actually an omni light. Now this isn't the final light that there is, but we're going to add another one. And if I wanted to go ahead and just fake like there's a little bit more light in this area, I'll go ahead and I'm going to add this light in here. Okay, now you can see the radius of the omni light is huge. Notice it's a giant circle. This is very different than this radius, which, actually we should go ahead and change that as well. So Alt Enter, let's bring this up. Let's make this one a little bit smaller. Let's go 128. Okay, and if I press F6 to go ahead and see what's going on, we can see that this is actually causing a lot of brightness. I'm going to hide it. There we go, by pressing H. All right, now I have a little bit more of a realistic setting. Unhide that omni light. This omni light is really bright, so let's change the range and let's change the brightness. So for this one, if I want to brighten up this room, okay, and I want it to be the same color as the other lights, maybe I wasn't happy with it. Maybe I wanted to highlight something. A couple of ways that I can go ahead and use this omni light, for example, is to highlight this lighting that maybe isn't being shown as well. This right here, maybe it's a little bit more open and the spotlight isn't showing that glow. So I'm going to bring this omni light over here. I'm going to pull it up. Let's change the brightness way down, maybe 0.05. Let's change the radius to a small radius, maybe 128, even way shorter than that, actually 64. Let's go ahead and go 32. There we go. So now instead I can go ahead and I can fake a little bit more radiance around this light while actually having this spotlight be the main one. Now, I do want to make sure though, if I'm faking light, okay, I'm going to turn off one final option down here, which is baked lighting index. Okay, baked lighting index, this is going to be shown in the cube map as another light source. If baked lighting index is turned on, this in a cube map right here, when we rebuild it, you're going to see that light reflecting off of this, and it's going to make it appear very natural. But I don't want a second light source doing the same thing. Otherwise, in this reflection, when you're walking by with your gun, for example, if baked lighting index is turned on, you're going to see two bright lights reflecting in your gun, and I don't want that. So I'm going to turn off baked lighting index. We're just faking this light. Let's go ahead and see how this looks now. Do a little bit of rendering. All right, there we go. We can see, gives it a little bit more of a nice glow, and we can use that point light to go ahead and help fake it. Yeah, I'm going to just do a quick full compile, and let's go ahead and jump in and see how it looks. I'm going to pause while it builds. All right, now that it's compiled, let's go ahead and take a look at our work. It's going to take a little bit longer to compile. I've added a few more lights, so that's normal. And yeah, we can see right here, take a look. Here we don't have that fake Omni light. Over here we do. And so, I just threw it on there. It could probably look better with a little more work, but that's essentially how lighting using spotlights and Omnis is going to be the way to go. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.